Okay, anything can be done. Hey everybody, and welcome back to my channel. Michelle is my name. If it's your first time here, hi and welcome. I'm sorry I've been away and MIA for the past 2 weeks. Hopefully now I'm back to my regular filming. Today's video is on this smoky eye, and this is just my version of a smoky eye, and I hope you enjoy it. Please don't forget to subscribe and to like, and let's just get straight into the video. And I'm using a white shadow base because I feel like it makes the colors pop a little more if you use a white shadow base. I haven't cleaned up my brow, so I'll pull it all the way to the very top, and then I'll clean it up with concealer. Now when you're doing a smoky eye, my suggestion would be not to do your whole base makeup, especially around your eye, like your concealer and stuff, because you want to first perfect the eye and be able to move everything around and clean it and spread, you know, your color as much as you want, and then you can come with concealer and fix everything up without disturbing the base makeup. So once that is on, I'll just take a setting powder. You can use any loose powder. And just lightly dust, just to set, so it doesn't crease. Now I'm going in with my trusty concealer. This is the Smashbox one, just to clean up my brow. I've already cleaned up the top of my brow with the foundation because I applied foundation everywhere else. So I'll just spread that out. I hope I'm not blocking you guys with my mirror. Just spread that out all the way. Then I'll just go in with my finger. And lightly, just lightly blend. You don't have to worry about the white base. We'll cover it up with eyeshadow, so it's totally fine. Just blend out this area where you have the concealer, and that's all. So after that's done, I'm just taking a yellowish eyeshadow, mustardy. You can use any that you like, just to set my brow. And also I'll just use this as my highlighter and my transition shade. Then I'm taking an even deeper one, a deeper shade, just for the front of my brow. Alright, great. The next shade we're going to use will be a brown shade. Is this the brush that I used? Yeah. Just a dark brown shade, and this is again another transition shade because a smoky eye has gradients. Okay, so from the black you go to a darker brown or purple brown, depending on what you have. Then you go to a lighter brown, and then if you want to use an orange, usually people transition with an orange shade. I just don't want to do that because I feel like it's too common, so I'm going in with a light brown shade instead. But you can use any shade that you prefer to transition with, just as long as it makes sense. Let me not say any shade and you go transitioning with blue. I don't know. I mean, I think it could look cool actually. Just depends on how you blend it out. So I'm bringing the shade all the way to the front because I want it to be smoky all the way. Once you're happy, go in with your previous brush and just smoothen that edge. It's easier if you blend as you go, that way you don't have to come back in the end and struggle with everything. Alright, now I'm taking a darker shade. This is actually very dark. It's almost black, but it's not. I'm just gonna put very little here, and then I'm going to do the next step. And I'm pulling it all the way to right here towards the front of my eye. I'm also pulling it out this way because I want to elongate my eye, and then after that we'll just clean up whatever's left that is excess. Alright, so now we're going in with a base. Now you could use an eyeliner base, an eyeliner basically, or I think a black lipstick. I see some people doing a black lipstick. I prefer an eyeliner because I feel like you can blend it. Actually, you can blend anything easily, but just whatever works for you, whatever will be easier to blend, use that. This is an eyeliner though. And this will help the black eyeshadow to be opaque, you know, to kind of have something to help it, if you will, so it can be even darker. And you want to bring it up just a little, just a teensers. I have two mirrors here on this. One is a magnifying mirror and the other one is slightly bigger, so you can see and you can keep changing. So you have a better view and a closer view of what you're doing. I like mirrors like this. They make the work so much easier. But then, like I've said before, you also need a bigger mirror so you're able to see exactly what you're doing and how you look from afar. Try and not pull it all the way in at first. We'll just build it up slowly so we don't mess it up. Once you're happy and you need to move fast, I'll take that dark shade again, the one I put at the top, with the same brush. Just kind of blend that edge. I think my brush is stiff now. So what I'll do is I'll take the other brush, the smaller one that we used, and I'll just diffuse the edge of that eyeliner. I'm sorry if I'm leaning on this side too much. Does anyone else lean to one side when they're doing their eye makeup? Like you're kind of like this or like this. I feel like when I'm doing this eye, I lean towards this side, and when I'm doing this side, it's weird, but yeah, I do that a lot. So please forgive me if I'm leaning on one side. And then now I'm gonna take the black shade. If I can only find my brush. If you guys could see my table, it's just a mess when I'm doing my makeup. So I'm gonna take a black, and then we're gonna set that eyeliner that we placed. My palette is all the way over there. Let me bring it closer because I feel like I'm stretching way too far. All right, here we are. And I'm being a little messy with it, but not too much. I'm just bringing it up a bit more. Just kind of like stamping it on there, and then we will definitely blend it after that. Just place the pigment. You could definitely use a smudger brush like this. So I just sometimes don't want to because I feel like, oh, I actually had a green shadow there. Michelle, haven't cleaned this brush. So just pull it all the way to the front. By the way, I wanted to tell you guys about this. This is a instant dry brush cleaner spray. This has saved my life. I'm the kind of person who forgets to clean her brushes, and sometimes I want to use something and I'm like, that brush is not clean. This helps so much because it's just like on the go, you know, and you can use the same brush for the whole look. If the brush can do one look, but you can do one look with one brush. You can use only one brush because then you just clean it as you go. Spray on the brush like on a tissue or something, and then go back, pick another shade. It's so easy. I love it. All right, so now I'm going back with that purple shade just to diffuse the black. And I'm really going in lightly. I'm not putting too much pressure on my brush. Small blending brushes are really good if you have small eyes because they really help, you know, when you're trying to blend out something. Okay, so let me check this side. When you're trying to blend out small areas. Going back with that brown that we started with at the top. Just blending out that area. And so we'll keep going back and forth until we have blended everything seamlessly. So once you're done blending everything and you're satisfied with how it looks, you could either go in with a liner to wing it out, or you can leave it just like that. I definitely want to do a small wing just on the side. I'm not going to go in all the way to the front. I will go in to fill up this area. I'm not sure if you guys can see. Maybe you can't really see, but when someone comes close to you, they sometimes probably can see that you have sort of like spaces without any pigment or any black shadow. You could fix this by going in with just a liner and kind of like tight lining that area just like this. And this will also help you if you're doing your lashes to kind of hide the gap that comes in between your natural lashes and the fake lashes. So yeah, I'm gonna do my liner off camera and I'll be right back. So after everything's done, now we're going to go in with a concealer to highlight and to clean up that area. So before I blend out the rest of my concealer, I'm just gonna take a little bit of concealer on a small concealer brush and just clean up this area. You could actually do this with a wipe. You could do this with a wipe if you want. So before you apply, you know, everything else, I just feel like when you wipe with a wipe, you take off like everything that you had put down before, your primer and everything. And I don't want to do that, so I'll just go in with my concealer and sharpen that edge. Just be really careful when you come close to your liner. Just stamp, stamp, stamp. Don't worry too much about under your eye because we're going to smoke it out anyway. So just apply, just to cover if you have any dark circles, but not really. Don't worry too much about the eyeshadow. I feel like if you have a hooded eye, when you're doing your smoky eye, you want to make sure that you bring the black up just a little, because if you have a hooded eye, when you close your eye, no one's going to see the black because your hood is going to cover it up. So you want to try as much to bring the black just higher, or blend it with a really darker shade so it looks like the black is much higher. Yeah, just a tip. I need to just fix right there. The thing with makeup is when you're doing makeup, sometimes you look at the mirror, or as you're doing something else, as the look comes together, you see the mistakes that you've made. So just go back and fix them. I just look like it has shimmer. Just go back and just add the shadow, you know, blend it all out. Don't ever be afraid to go back and fix. It's just makeup. It's not that serious. The worst that can happen is that you will not be perfect. And God forbid that we're not perfect, right? Who cares? So I'm just gonna use very little concealer and just carve out this cheekbone right here. Nothing much. Don't want it to be too much. I realized I'm not really much of a contour girl, if I can say that. Just try to just make the cheekbones show up a bit more, but I don't typically contour like all the time. So that's how I like to do my smoky eye. I figured you guys don't want to, again, see the rest of my foundation routine, so I sped through that, and this is what I came up with. I paired it up with this lipstick is called, let me see, ColourPop times Sarahi collaboration. It's called Arriba. I love it. It's a really feisty red, and I think it looks really nice with a smoky eye. And the lashes are from Kiss Lashes, and they're in the style Corset, I think. Yeah, so I hope you guys enjoyed the video. I'm about to film another video, so if you see me with this look, no judging. Okay, anyway, I'll see you guys in my next video. God bless you.